Howdy folks, thanks for stopping in at Dad's Toolbox. In tonight's video, we're going to explore another low-cost method of making mead. Alright, so let's go over our list of materials real quick. So right now, I got my honey sitting in the hot water, getting loosened up. This jug of honey is a 5-pound, it's a 5-pound jug. At Costco cost me $12.99, so 13 bucks. I'm going to use 2.5 pounds for this batch, so that's going to be $6.50. Now, I don't know if y'all remember when I did the Joe's Ancient Orange, we used this honey that I found at Walmart, also True Source, for $12.50, so that would save you 50 cents. Not that big a deal, I don't think. Okay, so now we also have our 1-gallon jug of water. Now it's important to pay attention that we get a 1-gallon jug because we are going to use this jug as a fermenter. And right now I got all my water in that pot heated up. You see where the bubbles just started to form on the bottom of the pan. That's what I'm going to use to dissolve the honey. And then we've got our balloons. Also from the Joe's Ancient Orange Mead video, we bought 12 balloons for 97 cents. So, you know, we'll round it up and call it 10 cents per balloon. And then a new item for everybody. This is Lalvin EC 1118 winemaking yeast. It's real popular with mead makers because it's very aggressive, it ferments really fast, and it has a very high alcohol tolerance, meaning that it'll ferment more sugars into alcohol and stay alive longer. I got these off of Amazon, 10 for $7.49. So that's roughly 75 cents a piece. I'll go ahead and throw a link down in the description to where this is listed on Amazon, so you get to it real quick. So as far as the process goes, we've got our water. I'll go ahead and get the honey out. What I've done, since I'm only going to use half of the honey, is I've marked a line just a little bit short of halfway up the bottle. I measured it with a measuring tape. Because the bottle narrows towards the top, I went ahead and moved the line down a little bit. If I get 2.3 pounds or 2.6 pounds or whatever, it's not going to matter. It won't be a big deal at all. So let's get to mixing. Okay, so now that I've used my super scientific way of getting half a bottle here, I'll go ahead and get it busted out. So what we're going to need to do is pour a bunch in there and then check. See how close we are. One thing I didn't mention in the previous video is if you lift the funnel up off of the mouth, it allows the air, as this stuff goes in, it allows the air to come out. So you'll get it moving through there a lot faster. So you can see I got a long way to go. I'll let this settle. Okay, I'm getting close, so now I'm going to pour it in smaller increments. Also, if you give the bottle a little bit of a twist when you go to pull it up, it'll break cleaner. You won't have big runs of honey down the side of your jug. I'll put a little bit more in there. There we go. Nice clean break. Okay, so I'm right at the line, so I'm going to call that good. Well, as it settles, as you can see as it's coming down, I'm getting a little bit more, but that's okay. Like I said, it's quasi-scientific. All right, now, because this thing is way full, I'm going to use this ladle to get started. This water's pretty hot, so you got to be careful not to spill it on yourself. Okay. Now, I'm going to move over to the sink. Come in here with our pot. Okay. We've done a pretty good job of getting the water, the honey dissolved. Pour a little bit of water in there. And I'm going to fill it up to about there. So, now see there's no honey residue on the bottom of that, and I had it setting up right, so I think we did a pretty good job of dissolving that honey. Now what we're trying to do is basically push the oxygen into this solution we've made of honey and water. Because the yeast are going to need the oxygen. So we're going to shake this for a few minutes. You can see all the bubbles in there. That's the oxygen we're putting in there. We're aerating it as the scientific word for what we're doing. Okay, so we have dissolved the honey. It's aerated, as you can see. And the next step in the process is to put the yeast in the must. This is what this solution is called now that we've added the honey and the water and everything. It's called a must. So the next step is to put the yeast in. That's called pitching the yeast. But right now the solution, the must, is too warm for the yeast. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit until it gets down to room temperature, and then we'll pitch the yeast. So we'll come back then. All right, guys, here we are. It's been a couple hours. My must is cooled down. It's ready for the yeast. So without much ceremony, we're just going to go ahead and dump it right in there. This is what they call a dry pitch. I'll go ahead and pour it in there. Oh, there's some stubborn ones. There we go. Okay, we'll put the lid on it. A little, how you doing? And you can see the little yeast particles floating around in there. Go ahead and turn it upside down, let some of them get to the bottom. Okay, and then our super scientific industrial airlock. Yes, sir. We're gonna be professional. All right, let's put our little, there she be. And then one other thing I should mention is that you want to label it. Once you start making multiple meads, you're going to want to keep track. You're going to see what recipes work for you and what don't. And then that way you can, if you take notes, you can make changes to your recipes, make them better for your liking. For me, this is going to be number 29 for the year, so I'm going to label them number 29. And I'll just take that piece of tape when this gets transferred into the next vessel, into the next vessel, and the next, that piece of tape is going to go with it up until bottling. And then bottling day, you just write a whole bunch of little 29s all the way across here and tear them off. That's the cheap and easy way to label your bottles. But anyway, well, that's for a whole nother show. If you found any part of this video entertaining or helpful in any way, give me a thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing all right. And if you'd like to see more videos about mead making or some of the other stuff I'm doing, hit that subscribe button so you'll know when I got new stuff out. Thanks for stopping in.